everybody, it's Stacy, and today I have something really fun and interesting for you. So there is a company called Pantone, and they are the color chip people. If you ever go into a paint store, they're the ones responsible for matching colors, working with different fabric companies, paint companies. They're sort of the color people. And you might see, I was in advertising for 23 years, and we used to always match up Pantones to different things that we were doing. So every year Pantone, the company, comes out with the color or colors of the year. And from that, fashion and cosmetics and textiles kind of takes the nod of what's the hot and trending color of the year. So last year, if you recall, I did a whole color story on the colors of the year, which were basically a baby pink and a baby blue. Well, this year, Pantone has 4 colors of the year, and they are kale, they are a sort of a light yellow color. There is what's called a pale dogwood, which is really like a pale pink. And there is a hazelnut color, like a very light kind of taupey brown. So they are 4 colors of the year, which is very unusual. So what I have done, and Arbonne's always great for trending with the different colors that are hot each year, I put together a color palette that mimic the colors of the year. So this color is your kale color. This color is the very trendy yellow color. Now yellow can be tough, and there's a lot of bright yellows out there, but I love that Arbonne has a very wearable, everyday yellow. This is the dogwood color, or the palish pink, and this is the hazelnut color, which is sort of that muted, beautiful brown. So I'm gonna show you a very wearable look using all 4 of these colors. And then I will also show you the blusher I matched it with, which is a dusty rose, which really is a really great complementary color to that palette I put together, and that dogwood kind of pink. And then we're going to finish with some rose lipstick, which again really pulls from the palette, works with the green, works with the yellows and the hazelnut. And of course, what would a look be without bronzer and without a little highlighter, right? So I've kind of skipped a couple steps just to make this video shorter. I've put on my CC cream. I've powdered down with the Setting Pretty powder, which I love and gets everything ready. And what I have not done, because I'm really going to focus on the eyes today, I am going to put on the Prime and Proper eyeshadow base. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I have a little mirror here. Also, it's hard to do it in the camera, so I'm just going to put it here and just dab it on. And why do you use an eyeshadow primer? Well, a couple reasons, and I'm just going to dab that in with my finger to just kind of move that in. You want to make the eyeshadow stay. This prevents creasing, and also it really intensifies the pigment. Because it really gives it something to stick to. So you can just kind of, and it really, the other thing it does, I don't happen to have this, but a lot of people have different veins on their eyelid or a lot of discoloration. So it really just mattes everything down to a matte palette, and then the colors are more true. But the added benefit for me is that it stays put. So once I put it on, it stays locked in. So I'm going to use all 4 of these colors for you today. There's definitely a lot of flexibility. These colors are so buildable, which means that they go on, they have nice pigment, but they don't go on with a, oh my God, can't get rid of the color. You can build them up to be very soft like a wash, or you can intensify them. So that's why going from a day to a night look is very easy with Arbonne, because you can just put a few more layers on and you are in business. So I've already done my brows. Like I said, my CC cream is on, so I can really focus on the eyes. So I'm gonna first start with this hazelnut color on the end, and I'm gonna take some of it, and I'm going to do like a window washing kind of motion in the crease. And this is just going to set up sort of the whole look. I'm going to do it on the other side. And I love this color. It kind of goes with my entire wardrobe. I'm a ivory, white, navy, taupe kind of girl. So this is perfect. And I could really put this over my whole eye and be happy as a clam. So when you put the eyeshadow on with an eyeshadow base, you really feel it grabbing, which is really good. You know it's gonna stay put. So I'm now going to go in with this color, which is what they're calling Dogwood color. And I'll list the Arbonne names below for your ease and convenience. I don't want to confuse you guys, but I'm just telling you about the colors of the year. And I'm going to put this all over. I'm going to kind of pack it into pretty much my eyelid, just packing it down. This is a great color. I mean, I think this is my second one of this color. For me, it's just a really, really wearable color. Okay, I'm going to do the other eye. I love that color. So nice. Okay, starting to look very good. Now I'm using natural light because that's how I put on my makeup during the day, and I just want to make sure that you know, it's too harsh. And see, it's starting to look kind of great already. Next, I'm going to take this green color, and that's going to be sort of my accent color. I'm going to let you in on a little trick that I use that I really like. This, believe it or not, is my business card. Isn't that cute? I love it. It's got my business information on the back, and this is actually my eye. So I'm doing my eyes with my eye. But the point is, when you get older, you get something called a hooded eye or a droopy eye. I don't really have a strong one, but you know, I'm 52 and I want to always create the illusion of a lift. And the easiest way to do that is to have a sweeping upward motion. Now you can do it freehand, and I sometimes do that, but I just wanted to show you this little trick that I often use just to make sure that it's really perfect and it's sort of idiot proof. So I take, and you can use a little piece of stiff paper. I just happen to take my business card, and you take it sort of where your eye in the corner, and you arch it up to the tip of your brow, okay? Just because you want to create that slant up. So I'm just taking my business card, and I'm taking a little brush that has the green color on it. I'm going to get a little closer for you, and you basically make that V that we've talked about a lot, and I'm bumping up against the end of this card. And I'm not so worried about its intensity right now because I can blend it out later. I'm just worrying about kind of stamping it on there. And I'm just using this as a guide. And when I take it off, look how perfect. There's no mess. And then I can easily just take another brush. I've got lots of brushes around me. Arbonne has a great brush set, and I have about 3 sets of those all around me, plus other brushes that I've collected through the years. And I'm just blending that out. And how good does that look? Okay, so I'm going to do the other side because you got to be even. And I'm going to go back into that green color. And I'm going to do it on this side. And I'm going to make my V against the card. I just love this little trick. I love tricks and little shortcuts. There we go. How great is that? Love it, love it, love it. And then we're just going to blend that out just so it's not so intense. Okay, let me check myself in the... Oh yeah, that looks really good. I'm checking myself in the mirror. Next, we're going to go in with that yellow color, which I love. That kind of bright yellow color. And I'm just going to put it close to the green, just kind of almost near the edge. Putting that in there, it's going to create a lot of just pop and soften that green a little bit. Okay, doing that on the other side. That looks really good. And then I'm going to go backward and hit that Dogwood again, that pink, and just make sure that's really, really strong. And this is a really good blending color, so I'm just going to hit that eyelid again. I'm going to take it all the way up to my brow, and I'm just going to blend kind of everything out. So it really looks even and looks really nice. So I'm going to do the other side. Now this is a day look, okay? It's daytime. If I wanted to really wow it at night, I would just do much more darkness on this side. But these colors, you'll see when I put the mascara on and the bronzer and everything, it's just gonna highlight your eye. It's not gonna, you know, make it offensive or anything. So I'm gonna now put on, I'm gonna put on the liner first, and then we'll do the under eye in a little bit. Now I'm pretty basic with eyeliner. I like our black eyeliner. I just think it's, it works for me. And it's simple, and again, it's daytime, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with winging or anything. So I'm just gonna put this on a little bit close to my eye. Oops. Just a little bit here. See, other side. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too crazy with winging it since it's daytime, and I don't need to go anywhere super glam today. Okay, and I'm just going as close to the lash line as I can. Make sure the other side looks even. Okay, do you see how it's starting to really define my eye a little bit? All right, so now I'm gonna put some mascara on, then we'll figure out the under eye business. I love our Long Story mascara. I know you hear me brag on that all the time, but it really is the best. Now I've already curled my lashes. You guys know what an eyelash curler is. It's really important for me because my eyelashes stick straight out. So it gives your eye that open appearance. So I'm just gonna start at the base and I'm gonna wiggle it. That's really important so you don't get clumpy lashes. And our mascara is not a clumpy mascara. So that's one side. Let me get the other side. Okay, it looks good. All right, now I am going to do the bottom lashes. Bottom lashes are super important. Now the trick about mascara is to build on it. You need a couple coats. Now don't worry if you make a mistake, because eyelash mascara will dry and you can flake it off. If you go in right away with a Q-tip or something, it's gonna cause a big disaster. So let it dry, and then it literally, you can take a brush or a Q-tip and it just will flake off. It'll change your life, because for years I would make a hot mess. So let me just do one more quick coat of the mascara. Again, if it were nighttime, I might go in with a third coat, but for daytime, 2 coats. And I never hit the bottom lashes twice, just the top. Okay. Feel like more myself now. All right, now I'm gonna hit the bottom lashes, and I'm gonna go in with the bottom underneath my eye. I'm gonna go in with that green again, just to tie everything together. And you can use a little angle brush that's in our brush set, and I'm just gonna go under a little bit. Nothing, again, major. It just adds more depth to your eye. Depth is good. And then you're just gonna connect that little V that I did earlier with the card, my little card trick. And it's also great to take that same green and put it on top of the black eyeliner. It does a couple of things. It'll soften it and it'll set it. So I'm just using that dark green color and I'm just going on top of my eyeliner. Okay, that looks pretty good. I like it. Do you see? It's just kind of natural, and you'll see how it all kind of comes together, you know, when I put the bronzer and the blush on. I don't think I made too many mistakes. Let me just put a little bit more prime and proper under there. Kind of seals everything in. Okay, I'm liking the way that's looking. It looks bright. It doesn't look like it's too much. Okay, we're almost finished. I'm trying to make this short, but I start talking and then we're in trouble. All right, next we're gonna do the bronzer. And our bronzer it's iconic. Everyone should have our bronzer. And I love our little slant brush. And not that I'm gonna do major contouring because it's day, but you just find your cheekbone, you go underneath of it with the bronzer. And it slims out your face a little bit. And again, this bronzer is so darn blendable. And I'll just take a bit more and go around my forehead and the tips of your nose and blend that all in. See, it really just warms up your face. And it looks like, I mean, I'm not using a ton, I'm just blending the same little bit. And then I'm gonna use my Dusty Rose blush. Dusty Rose is a hugely popular color. I picked it because I think it goes really well with the color palette I put together, and I'm just gonna make sure the excess comes off. And the trick about a blush is you can smile. I take this seriously, smile so you see that apple of the cheek, and you're just gonna hit it with the apple of the cheek. And I just wanna make sure I'm not putting too much on, but enough that it kind of gives me some color. I don't really like to look washed out. I like to, okay, that is perfect. And this brush that comes in our brush set, I use the big one because I really don't want that streak of blush. I really just want it to be on the apples of my cheek. Okay, next, I am going to do lipstick. Now the trend, I do like to line my lips and I like that perfectly precise look on my lips, but the big trend that you saw on the runways this year was particularly in the Parisian markets, you saw the blotted look, and that's a big deal in beauty this spring. So I'm going to show you the blotted look, and the benefit of this is that, you know, our grannies had it right, the whole blotting lipstick. I don't know if your mother or grandmother ever did that, but they were big, you know, blot your lipstick. But there's something to be said about that, because if you do it the way I'm going to tell you, it actually has more staying power. So, and it's going to be a little less defined looking. So I'm using Rose because I think that color is just so incredible. So I'm going to put Rose on without a liner. I do have our lip treatment on underneath, and before you came, this is our lip treatment. It really helps smooth out the lines. It's sort of a great lip primer. And I did use the Genius Ultra, which is my wrinkle iron, which I totally love. And I do have a video on this, and I'm happy to do another one to update it. But I put the lip treatment on with the Genius to really press in the product. So I'm just gonna take the Rose lipstick. Kind of put it on without any kind of great detail, and then I'm going to take a tissue, and everybody knows how to blot, right? Blot it, and then you go in with the second coat, and you're going to blot again. Okay, and that's really set, and it gives you sort of that diffused look. It doesn't look, you know, super perfect. It's not like you can see my Cupid's bow or anything so great, but it looks really wearable and really, really natural. And I love this color, and our lipsticks are so creamy and so fabulous. I could go on and on. All right, so I am gonna end this little look with our Sheer Glow highlighter. This is our cream to powder highlighter, and it just gives you a natural daytime sheen. You won't be able to see it from Mars or anything like that. I do like that look sometimes, but during the day I try to keep it more natural. So the best way and the easiest way to use this is you take it and you dot it above where we put that blush. And then I also like it down the bridge of my nose and a little bit above my lip. Okay? And I'm gonna blend this, no worries. I'm not gonna go out like this. And you just take a blush brush or anything and you just smooth it in. The great thing about this product is you're not gonna have any kind of weird line because it's cream to powder. It's just gonna look really, really, really natural. And so, let me see if I can get a little close up. Do you see how kind of great sheen that is? Okay. And I am just gonna kind of take my headband down, and then I'll come in for a little close-up to kind of show you. I should have brought my hairbrush down here, but it just wasn't that organized this morning. Okay, so this is the natural look, and it's the Pantone color look. And okay, that's about as good as it's gonna get. I'll zoom in, and you can see kind of the total look, and I think it's very wearable. It's very natural. I think all skin tones can use it. I think it looks good on blondes. I think it looks great on brunettes, all ages, and I think you're really, really going to enjoy it. And as you see these colors kind of show up this year in the fashion world, we've got you covered with a coordinating look. So go out and enjoy it and have a beautiful day.